Hey there, millionaire. Building a friendship is a process that takes many years. However, it only takes a few seconds to shatter into pieces. Whether it's an argument, loss of contact, or the ambition of those looking to take advantage of your favored economic situation, there are thousands of reasons that can bring about the end of a friendship. In this video, we will focus on the 10 most common reasons millionaires lose their friends. So make sure to stick around until the end, so this doesn't happen to you once you become incredibly wealthy. Let's go. Number 10. Because their friends are jealous. A true friend would never envy the success of their colleagues, at least in theory, since, in reality, things may be a little different. Unfortunately, many millionaires find that some of the people they call friends just want to see them as unhappy as they are. There are many reasons why this phenomenon occurs, such as frustration and anger. Seeing your friends amass a fortune means remembering your own mistakes, causing resentment towards them. However, this unwarranted resentment never turns out well and has the potential to end years of friendship in less than a second. On the other hand, some friendships also end because of paranoia. Just as some people envy the success of their friends, there's a certain group of millionaires who think that everyone is jealous of them, which leads them to withdraw from all friendships and live a solitary existence. So don't be that guy. Number 9. They hate excuses and the reasons why you can't do something. One of the things that most characterizes millionaires is their positive attitude to see the future and apply the law of attraction to their lives. Millionaires don't make excuses for the problems that afflict them daily, but struggle to find new solutions. And some of them go out of their way to help their friends become successful. However, when these lifelong friendships are unwilling to listen or simply prefer to spend most of their time watching TV or complaining about the government, the situation can frustrate the person who seeks to help them, leading them to distance themselves. Just think about it for a second. How many people did you try to help last year? Did they listen carefully to your advice, or did they choose to ignore it? Ignoring this feeling can be quite difficult, sometimes causing anger at pessimism and inaction to overshadow friendships. Number 8. They choose their friends carefully. We tend to talk to most people we know when we're young. We try to maintain a good relationship with as many people as possible, from kindergarten through high school, even if some of those relationships involve no more than a handshake. However, the passage of time can cause us to become more selective about our friendships and distance ourselves from many of the bonds we formed during our teenage years. And millionaires are no exception to the rule. Even if only a few would dare to admit it openly, successful people seek to associate with other people they admire to talk to, someone who understands their language. There are hundreds of cases of business people who have formed great bonds with other entrepreneurs, such as Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, two of the world's richest people. Another way we can explain this phenomenon is through one of the quotes from the popular book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. According to Dale Carnegie's principles, our income is equivalent to that of 5 people we spend the most time with each day, which can explain this natural attraction we feel to surround ourselves with people of the same purchasing power as ourselves. Thoughts serve to nurture our ideas, which is one of the main reasons why millionaires lose their friendships to form more interesting ones. Keep watching, because there's still more to see. Number 7. They're tired of being asked to pay up. If they gave us a penny for every person who tried to abuse their wealthy friends, we would have enough money to build a casino, tear it down, and build another one. Although a millionaire can pick up the tab for anyone they want to, they're not obligated to do so. Having money doesn't mean you are bound to pay other people's bills, especially if you worked hard for it while your friends were out partying. Don't get me wrong, kindness is a wonderful quality, which every human being should practice on this planet. But I challenge you to be too kind for a few weeks without anyone looking to take advantage of you. If every time you invited a friend over, they demand that you pay the bill or take them on an expensive vacation with you, you'd probably want to get rid of that friendship. It's not the same if they desire to pay the bill that comes from you than if someone demands it as if it was your obligation. This situation happens to entrepreneurs and lucky lottery winners every day, who find that many of their friends are looking to use them. Number 6. They can't do expensive things with their poor friends. Imagine getting enough money to travel around the world, swim with dolphins, or do extreme sports you've never seen before, only to find out that your friends can't afford these expenses. After trying a couple of times to get your friends on board and finding that every time you approach them, you always get a negative response, you might get tired of them and look for new friends with whom to live these adventures. A good friend would help their environment develop a positive and winning mentality to help them improve their finances, even by recommending books and YouTube channels that offer valuable content. However, even the nicest, most structured person in the world needs to go out and have fun once in a while, and they don't want to do it alone. Maybe the next time you want to organize a trip to the Caribbean, you'll call that guy you met at a party a few years ago, because he always has time to join you in your craziness, rather than one of your old friends who you know won't be able to join you because of work. Number 5. They never have time. Let's be honest, you can't build a multi-million-dollar business without devoting some time to it. Even lottery winners make investments to create passive income streams for themselves, which must be watched and nurtured. The lack of time due to your long work demands may cause you to be forced to miss some social gatherings and cancel some commitments, causing your friendships to start drifting away over time. We have saved the best for last. So if you thought you knew it all, wait until you see number 1. You will truly want to avoid that one when you become a millionaire. So keep watching. Number 4. They have more power. The world is full of power relationships that we all know are there, even if we ignore them. The relationship between bosses and employees, pets and owners, and even parents and children. But when your best friend can buy the place you work and demolish it to turn it into a dog food store because they were upset with the owner, carrying on a lasting friendship can get a little more complicated. Millionaires are not only confident, but they are also imposing. Take a look at any of the hundreds of interviews of successful people or videos of YouTubers approaching expensive cars to ask people how they got their money to buy them. You'll notice that many of the interviewers appear nervous. Power and money can be intimidating, and sometimes even your friends may forget that behind all that money, you're still the same human being with the same dreams and illusions. Number 3. Feeling isolated. How would you feel if you found yourself among the richest and most powerful people on the planet? Even if you try to disguise it, the ambulance of money might make you feel like you're surrounded by an invisible barrier of which only you are aware. Your friends avoid you like the plague, while the less noble among them seek to approach you with a suspicious insistence. Although you maintain good contact, your family is far away from you, possibly because you are traveling worldwide to do the business that will allow you to increase your fortune. Being a millionaire can be a lonely experience because few people are at the top. It's not the same as joking with your coworkers as an employee versus being required to stay in the boss's role. This isolation causes some millionaires to become more introverted, leading them to forget some of the most basic socialization techniques. Fortunately, this can be dealt with as long as you assume that you are not alone in this world and that there are people at the top who are eager to meet you. Number 2. You are disconnected from reality. Millionaires do not need to be concerned about rises in the cost of public transportation or spikes in the prices of fuel because they have all their needs covered. Unfortunately, this disconnection with reality and everyday problems can cause them to have trouble relating to their friends without understanding the tragic situations that affect them, since they do not even represent a problem for them. And finally, the number 1 reason. Number 1. They feel guilty about having money. Believe it or not, many people feel guilty about having money. There are dozens of reports on the internet about great figures who claim that no person in the world should have so much money, and yet they do. Money guilt can affect a person's mental condition, affecting their personal relationships due to their changes in behavior, not being able to process this guilt. Maybe I shouldn't have earned this money. Maybe my friend deserves it more. He's in a worse situation than I am. Like any other problem, the guilt of having money can be treated with the help of a professional and actions aimed at assuaging this guilt so that you can learn to live with yourself and discover that whatever blessing the universe has given you, you deserve it as much as anyone else. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and watch our video on the 15 laws that only apply to poor people to learn the most valuable secret to avoid them. Stay wealthy, and I'll see you on the next one.